We welcome you to a very special edition of Coach's Corner. Today we're on location for the Wounded Warriors Softball game as they take on the first responders of Orange County. We honor those that put their lives on the line for our freedom. These are great athletes and heroes with riveting stories to tell. I'm Paul Higgins, this is Coach's Corner, and all the action starts right now. Hello everybody, I'm Paul Higgins and welcome to this edition of Coach's Corner on location at the Youth Athletic Fields here in the city of Mission Viejo. We'll tell you all about the fields, but first, as you can tell, we do have a fantastic show. Back for our second annual event with the Wounded Warriors taking on the first responders. And we have some tremendous guests on the course of the show. And we have a surprise guest right now. This is young 4-year-old, and this is Cody Bride. And Cody happened to be out on the field when they sang the national anthem. He was right next to the person that sang the national anthem. He came over to get an autograph, and I said, "You want to sit down for a while?" And he goes, "Absolutely." So he's going to be joining us on the show at this time. Also joining us, you might remember him from last year. He is the manager of the Wounded Warriors team, and this is Mr. David Van Sleet. And to his immediate left is Todd Reed, a veteran out of Phoenix, Arizona, currently in the law enforcement also, but he spent 12 years from 1980 to 1992 in the U.S. Army. So welcome and congratulations on a great day. I mean, this is such a fantastic event. And David, it seems like just yesterday you and I had this discussion. New location here in the city of Mission Viejo. You came out on the short end of this game today, but it was a great game. Your thoughts about being back here in the city of Mission Viejo?
Yeah, once we were here last year, they asked us immediately to come back again, and we got a great reception, and they donated a lot of funds to our program, so it was not even an afterthought. We had to come back again, and this community sort of embraced us, and people don't know that we've already been to 18 states and 49 cities around the country, so Mission Viejo is right on the top of our list.
No doubt about it. And Todd, Cody came over to get an autograph, and you immediately picked him right up, and he is missing a limb, but you would never know it.
No, you wouldn't.
Yeah.
I mean, he ran around, and before our game was just having a blast.
Yeah, and his dad's right over here in the corner. I said, "It's okay if he hangs out with us for a little while," and he said, "Absolutely." Cody, are you having fun? Yep. We don't have him mic'd up, but we refer to him every now and then. Todd, I know you guys, you do this quite a bit. You travel around, you play softball. You're fully employed,
yes.
But you might be retiring and looking for contract work on the outer skirts of what you already do. But how fun is this coming out and playing this game?
Oh, it's a blast. Anytime we go to any of the communities, the community just embraces us and is so positive about having us here. And, you know, anything we can do as an inspiration or just to, you know, show people when you have a disability or you're a little different than other people, you can still do anything. Yeah,
and I know that's ringing true in Cody's ears because I'm sure he thinks he's just like any other young boy out there. He's 4 years old. And your thoughts, we talked about this last year. First and foremost, when people think they're going to come out and watch Wounded Warriors softball, they don't realize the caliber of softball that's being played until they see you guys play. It's pretty darn impressive. You take it very seriously. You don't look for any sympathy at all, right?
No, none
don't
whatsoever.
Hold back.
We're very competitive, and we want people to, you know, try to beat us 100%. We don't want any breaks. We don't want them to cut us any slack.
Yeah.
And we noticed Mission Viejo up their talent level quite a bit for this year.
There was some balls hit out today.
Yeah, there was.
Now, as the manager of the team, you know, this time last year, David, you and I were talking, and you were telling me your travel schedule, and it was a ridiculous travel schedule.
It is.
I thought I had a ridiculous schedule, but you have it beat by miles. Your thoughts about all these places that you go. You went to spring training last year. You were at opening day in the major leagues. You had so many exciting things happen. Anything stand out in your mind that you can tell us about?
Yeah, in the past year, being honored at home plate, Yankee Stadium, we just got back from spring training again with the Washington Nationals. Cooperstown, New York, Doubleday Field. We get requests from all over. We probably get a half a dozen to a dozen requests a day to go someplace. But we just got back from Hawaii. We went to Hawaii for a week and played 5 games in 7 days.
That's
against
where you
military
get that
bases.
golden tan, right?
There you go. There you go.
Did you go to any luau's?
We had our own.
I bet you there's some good pictures from that one.
Yeah, we don't show those.
Your thoughts about how you get people on your team. What's the selection process? Is there a tryout process? How does that go about?
Yeah, right now we've got a very, very tight-knit group of, the chemistry is really working. You know, it's based on talent, but then it's also based on mental health and chemistry. We travel so much, and you got to get along when you travel. So I think right now we probably have the most, the tightest group we've ever had, right, Todd? You know, in travel and get everyone getting along and stuff like that. But we got a few players in the wings now. We're going to be trying out here in the next couple of weeks, and we'll see how they do. And if they fit in, we'll ask them to join our team. And not everyone can make every trip, but we have a couple guys that haven't only missed a couple in 2 years,
yeah.
And we're talking, you know, 18 states and 49 cities, so that's a lot of travel.
It's amazing. And Todd, you have a disability. Tell us what your disability is, and I know you play left field. Tell us if you don't mind sharing your story.
Well, I don't really consider it a disability, but I am missing my right foot. It's called a Symes amputation. In 1992, I was in northern Iraq, and I stepped on a landmine while we were helping the Kurdish refugees out in that area. And it basically blew my foot off. And then after several surgeries, this was April 92, I had about 21 straight surgeries, spent about a month and a half in the hospital. After recovery, I was able to be back on the softball field by September of that same year.
That's amazing. Now you corrected me, and I appreciate you correcting me. What's the proper way for me to go about when I interview people that from the softball team? Because you said it's not a disability.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
I mean, we had something happen while we were serving our country that, you know, made us a little different than other people, only
right.
because we don't have a foot now, but we don't consider ourselves disabled or expect to be treated any different.
You would seem to me that you would probably go about talking to other people about this, that this might have happened to. Do you explain to them, maybe soldiers that are coming back, the same thing you just explained to me? Because it makes perfect sense.
Yes, the easiest way to approach a veteran is to just go up to him and, you know, ask him, how'd that happen to you? Because I would say 99% of us are willing to, you know, tell our story and, you know, answer any questions you have about, you know, what we're wearing.
Yeah. And Cody, you're looking pretty good, man. Are you eyeing your girlfriend out there? You got a big crowd out there. That's a big crowd you got, you know? I know that when you're around these guys all the time, and I mentioned this to you last year, you're not only a manager, there's a lot of psychology that you got to bring to this game.
This thing is much more elaborate than people think. We have 7 people working behind the scenes on this now. And, you know, we've got someone doing our Facebook, our Twitter, our website, a physician's assistant, a massage therapist, a CFO, a lawyer. It just goes on and on what's going on behind the scenes. But it's a story that it sort of goes and affects everybody from young kids to older adults.
Yeah.
I don't think you can find too many things wrong with this program. And, you know, you're talking about his disability, and we got 2 guys on our team. One's 23 and one's 24, and they're missing both legs. And someone approached one of them and called him handicapped, and he said, "No, I'm not handicapped. I'm handy-capable."
Right.
So, and then just to let you know, we had a psychologist, a VA psychologist, travel with us for the first 3 months just to make sure everybody on our team was okay.
Wow.
We knew they were okay physically, but wanted to make sure they were okay mentally, and
right.
we're able to do this. So, yeah, there's a lot that goes on. We take this serious, but it's a lot of fun. If you're going to be a manager of a sports team, this is the team to be a manager of.
That's right. And you're doing well at it, and thank you. And Cody is ready to go. His 8 minutes is up on the show. He lasted the entire 8 minutes. Todd, I want to thank you for holding on to Cody. You have 3 grandchildren of your own.
Yes, I do.
It's a natural thing. So I want to thank Todd and, of course, David and Cody. Thanks for joining me on this part of Coach's Corner. We'll be back with more guests on location here in the city of Mission Viejo. The Wounded Warriors, we thank all of them, especially every single day. We'll be back with more right after this.